You guys see how hot it is in here? Like, everything is starting to melt really fast. Hey guys, so today I wanted to do a makeup tutorial for you guys that was going to be more of your like nighttime makeup tutorial. I was really in the mood to do something with red lipstick, and I also really wanted to play around with my Naked 2 palette because I've talked about it being my favorite palette, and I realized that I don't have very many tutorials on it, and I truly love this palette. I hope you guys enjoy this look. Obviously this is more of your, how do we want to call this? Obviously this is going to be more of your like nighttime going out look. If you want to wear this for the day, go right ahead. But I hope you guys like this look. Let me know what you guys think, and let's just jump in.
Alright you guys, so I am going to prime off camera, and then I'm going to go in with the first color. This is called Tease. It's a matte cool tone brown shadow. Ouch, sorry. And I'm just going to go in and I'm going to buff that. This is going to be used as our transition shade, and make sure you get a good amount of it, because the next color I go in with, which is one of my favorites, is called Busted. It doesn't get pretty for a little bit. So I'm going to go in and start working it on the outer corner of my eye, and I'm using this trick that Carly by Belle uses, and I really like this trick. She uses like a sharp edge and uses it instead of like a piece of tape, and I like it because I can kind of just see where I want my smoky eye to kind of be the most depth without keeping it there. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I really like this method. I think it's a really good method that she uses, so try it out. You'll like it. So I'm going to go in and buff that out. Like I said, this busted color was giving me a little bit of a problem, so then I go in with a little bit of blackout, and I want to further deepen it. And you can either take this as deep as you want, as light as you want. It's all dependent on how you're comfortable you feel and how dark you want it. So let me just say it's going to get a little messy before it gets pretty. So now I'm going to go in with YDK, which is this nice, browny sparkly shade. And as you guys can see, I'm going to flip my brush right now so that when I have to blend it into that black, I'm just flicking it so there's no product on my brush. I'm going to do the same thing with that black brush that I used to do the black shadow with, and I'm just going to flick it. Now I'm going to go in with my liner. I am using MAC's Prep and Prime because I don't have the Duraliner that you can use to kind of smooth out your liner, but this works really well for me. I just take a little bit on my brush after I have some of that Inglot Gel Liner on it and spray a little bit, and it works really well. So now I'm going to go in and sharpen those wings, and then I'm going to apply a couple coats of mascara. This is the Better Than Sex mascara by Too Faced, and I'm going to apply some lashes. These are the Grand Glamour lashes by, I think it's Eylure and Vegas Nay, and oh my gosh, you guys, they are amazing. I picked them up at Target. I love them so much. So now I'm going to go into my face, and I'm going to prime with my Makeup Forever primer and my Porefessional. And we're going to do a little bit of foundation and clean up that skin. For this look, I am going to be a little bit more heavier on the foundation because this is a nighttime look. So I want everything to kind of be flawless. So then I'm going to go in and do my brows. I am using the Anastasia Brow Wiz in dark brown it is, and I'm just going to carve out my brows, and I'm going to make them pretty good. I mean, I'm going to do some pretty good brow work here, but I do have a full tutorial on how I do my brows, so if you guys want to know how I do my brows, I will go ahead and link everything below, and we're going to move on. So now I'm going to go back to my love, which is the MAC Prolong Concealer, and I'm going to apply some under my eyes. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to blend this out. I typically like to blend this out because with MAC Pro Longwear, I feel like you have to work really fast. So I'm going to blend this part out first under my eyes, and then once I get done blending that out, then I go in and do the rest of my face, like my nose and my forehead, and then my chin, and, you know, all that jazz. So then to set everything, I'm going to go in with this banana powder by the Anastasia Contour Kit, and I'm using this blush brush, which I don't know what I was thinking. I just thought of being creative, and it didn't work out. It didn't do very well, so don't do it. So I'm just going to set the rest of my face, and I'm going to use this Bare Minerals brush, and then I'm going to go in and I'm going to chisel out my cheekbones. Nothing new. You guys have seen it 1,000 times. So then I'm going to go in and I'm going to add a little bit of blush, and this is one of the Milani blushes, and I'm going to put some on my cheeks, and I really like this blush because it's like a muted mauve pinky tone blush, and it just works really well with this look. So then I'm going to do a little dance and use my Jaclyn Hill Champagne Pop highlighter, and I'm going to highlight like I've never highlighted before because I love this highlighter. This highlighter is gorgeous. You need it. So anyways, we're going to go ahead and highlight, and don't be shy with it. Just go crazy with it. And then once we get done doing that, I'm going to move back into the eyes. I am going to go in and add a little bit of liner, well, quite a bit, and I'm going to run it down my lower lash line a little bit, and then I'm going to take that busted again, and I'm just going to start smoking it out, and I'm going to bring it down more because I want it to be smoky and brought down quite a bit. So I'm going to add a little bit of black just to make sure that that lash line is really dark and there's no splotches in it between them, because that can happen. And then I'm going to go in with a little bit of this color, which is Booty Call. So cute, isn't it? And I'm going to put it in my inner corner and on my brow bone to highlight. This is a little e.l.f. dome brush, and I really like it. And I just kind of, you know, make little circles in it. And yeah, that's pretty much what I do for my highlight. So my lipstick duo got cut off, but I just used this MAC lip liner and then this Wet n Wild lipstick, and that is the final look. I hope you guys liked the look. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, and I really hope to see you guys all in my next video. Have a great day. Bye.